Welcome back everyone. In this video, we are going to learn how to prepare fruit curd. You can use any fruits like mango, pineapple, passion fruit or citrus fruits like orange and lemon. Today I am going to use pineapple for this recipe. You can use this fruit curd recipe for filling for your cakes, cupcakes or any other desserts. Let's quickly see how to prepare it. I am going to start this recipe by taking the fresh pineapple juice. Do not add so much water to extract the juice. I am going to start this recipe by adding sugar to the pineapple juice. You can also adjust the sugar value according to the sweetness of the fruit. Okay. To this I am going to add a pinch of salt as well. So let us whisk gently. Okay. So I am not fully dissolving the sugar because anyway we are going to cook this. So at that time the sugar is going to get dissolved. So now keeping it aside. Now in another bowl of water, I am going to add the corn flour. So this corn flour is going to actually help in thickening the curd. Okay. So I am just going to mix this as well. So basically we are preparing corn flour slur. So once this is mixed, you can keep this aside for now. Now let's add the sugar, juice and the salt mixture into a heavy bottom pan. Turning on the induction and quickly reducing to the medium heat. I'm just increasing the temperature. So let it come for 1 or 2 boil and then we will be adding the corn flour slur to this mixture. So the sugar is getting dissolved well. So meanwhile keep on stirring it because the sugar sometimes settles down at the bottom and get caramelized or it gets burnt there. So keep on stirring the sugar. So I am just switching to the whisk now. Now all the sugar is fully dissolved. Let us wait for 1 or 2 boil. Okay. And then we will be adding the slur to this mixture. Now it's boiling slightly. Let us wait for a couple of minutes. Once you see the boiling of the syrup, turn off the heat immediately because we don't want to overcook the juice. If the juice is overcooked, then the original flavor of the fruit gets reduced. So just allow it for 1 or 2 boil. So now what I am going to do is I am going to gently add this corn flour slur. Before adding, make sure you mix it well because when we mix the slur and keep it separately for about 2 to 3 minutes, again the corn flour will settle down at the bottom. Okay, so we don't want that lumps to get formed. So mix it really well and add to this, continuously stirring it. So always make sure to do this step only after removing from the heat because when you add the corn flour slur, when it is still boiling, what happens is it gets to form the thick lumps. Okay. So now once the slur is mixed well to the juice, I am going to turn on the induction and immediately reducing to the medium speed. Okay. So keep on stirring continuously, otherwise it just forms like a lump. So basically corn flour is a thickening agent. Okay, so it is going to make any liquid products to a thicker state. Continuously stir it. Do not stop at between because it forms like a lump. You have to whisk until you get the thicker consistency. Okay, so you have to allow the cornstarch to get fully cooked so that it becomes like a thick product. I'm going to increase the speed a little bit to make the process little faster. So it's forming like a thick liquid. So at that time I'm going to adjust the temperature. Now the pineapple juice is not feeling like a liquid anymore. If you want few chunks of the pineapple, you can chop it and add to the juice as well. So cook until all the moisture of the juice is gone away and it is like a thick liquid. You can adjust the value according to your requirement. Can you see the pineapple juice has become to a pineapple curd now? Yes. To even more adjust the flavor and texture of the curd, I am going to add unsalted butter to this. Okay, so I am turning off the induction now. So the butter gets melted in the heat of the curd. So just mix it well to the curd. Can you see the consistency of the curd? It is not kind of a liquid consistency, right? It is kind of runny, thick liquid. Yes, this should be the consistency of your fruit curd. But if you want your curd to be even more thicker, you can add extra cornstarch to make it even more thicker. So now it is hot so that it is kind of a runny consistency. Once this curd is fully cooled down, it becomes kind of an spreadable consistency. Now let us transfer this curd to another bowl and allow it to cool down completely. If you feel the lumps of the corn flour are big here and there, then you can strain and add your curd. Since my curd is lump free, I am just transferring it to another bowl without sifting it. Let us cool this curd completely and let us check the texture later. As the curd gets cooled down, it gets thicker and thicker. Okay. So let us allow it to rest for a while. Yes, now our fruit curd is completely chilled. Let us check the consistency. So can you see how the consistency of the curd is? It is kind of a thick consistency. So you can use this as a part of your filling. And if you want any chunks of the fruit pulp, you can chop it and add while it is cooking. Instead of using the fresh fruit for filling your cakes or for using any dessert, if you cook and prepare a curd like this, the shelf life is much higher. Now let us transfer this fruit curd into the piping bag. Let me now pipe and show you the consistency of the fruit curd. So generally it is not meant for piping, it is just used for the filling purpose. But to show the consistency of how the curd is, I am doing piping and showing you. So this is how the fruit curd is being prepared. I am going to flip this upside down. It is not going to fall down. So that is how stable the fruit curd that we have prepared is. That's how simple the preparation of fruit curd is.